Über das zweite direkte Aufeinandertreffen von Clinton und Trump möchte ich sprechen mit meiner Kollegin Charlotte Potz aus unserem Hauptstadtstudio, die lange in Amerika war und den US-Wahlkampf für uns beobachtet. Charlotte, welchen Eindruck hat denn dieses zweite Fernsehduell bei Ihnen hinterlassen?
Keinen guten, muss ich sagen. Also dieser Wahlkampf war von Beginn an ja eine einzige Schlammschlacht schon in den Vorwahlen. Und diese Debatte hat das mal wieder bewiesen. Im Grunde war es keine inhaltliche Auseinandersetzung zwischen diesen beiden Kandidaten, zwischen Hillary Clinton und Donald Trump. Es ging vor allen Dingen um ihre persönlichen Feindseligkeiten, um den Hass, den die beiden gegeneinander empfunden haben. Und so gab es wenig tatsächlich inhaltliche Punkte, über die sich nun unterhalten werden kann. Wir wissen weiterhin nicht, was die beiden eigentlich planen als Präsidenten. Und das bleibt auch hängen von dieser TV-Debatte. Also kein guter Eindruck, insgesamt negativ.
Und dann reden wir mal über das Auftreten der beiden. Trump ist ja angeschlagen reingegangen. Wie würden Sie sein Auftreten beschreiben und bewerten?
Er war ruhiger als sonst, er war gut vorbereitet. Er hat versucht, über diesen Skandal des Wochenendes hinwegzukommen. Er hatte vor der Debatte tatsächlich eine Pressekonferenz gehalten mit 4 Frauen, die angeblich von Bill Clinton sexuell belästigt worden sind. Und es war erstaunlich, dass Hillary Clinton nach dieser Pressekonferenz tatsächlich die Kontenance bewahrt hat während dieser Debatte. Also Trump ist nicht der Verlierer, aber insgesamt muss man sagen, beide Kandidaten gehen auch nicht als Gewinner aus dieser TV-Debatte hervor.
Ja, es wäre vielleicht für Clinton ja die Chance gewesen, für eine Art Befreiungsschlag den Abstand wirklich zu vergrößern. Zu Trump hat sie diese Chance nicht richtig nutzen können?
Sie hat die Chance nicht richtig genutzt. Trump hatte gute Angriffspunkte. Er hat unter anderem wieder auf ihren E-Mail-Skandal aufmerksam gemacht. Und da hat sie sich nicht so richtig frei schwimmen können. Das heißt, sie ist nicht die klare Gewinnerin des Abends, würde ich sagen, oder der Debatte. Aber nichtsdestotrotz zeigen die neuesten Umfragen, dass sie in allen wichtigen Swing-States, wo sich die Wähler noch entscheiden, vorne liegt. Und dieser Skandal von Trump, der wird ihm mit Sicherheit nachhängen in der nächsten Zeit.
Blicken wir, Sie sagten es schon, inhaltlich kam nicht so wahnsinnig viel bei rüber, aber aus europäischer und auch deutscher Sicht, was war denn am interessantesten, am aufschlussreichsten dann doch in der Debatte?
Es ging sehr viel um Russland. Also Trump unter anderem gibt sich als Putin-Versteher, er hofiert ihn sozusagen. Das macht Clinton nicht, das bleibt hängen. Für uns ist es natürlich extrem bedeutsam, wer der US-Präsident werden wird. Ob es Hillary Clinton ist, die als Außenministerin aus Obamas erster Amtszeit uns sehr bekannt ist und auch den deutschen Politikern sehr bekannt ist. Und deshalb wird es unglaublich bedeutsam sein, ob denn nun Trump oder Clinton das Rennen macht.
Vielen Dank für Ihre Analyse und das Gespräch. Charlotte Potz.
In St. Louis, Missouri.
And to discuss the second U.S. presidential debate, I have with me Boris Forman from the John F. Kennedy Institute for North American Studies and our political correspondent Charlotte Potts, who spent a lot of time reporting from Washington, D.C. Welcome to both of you. Let me start with you, Boris. Now, everyone expected that Hillary Clinton would deliver the decisive blow against the Trump campaign after his very unsavory remarks about women. Do you think she did?
Well, most commentators would say this was more or less a tie. At the same time, Clinton could lean back. I mean, she has the momentum on her side. Trump has been stumbling in the last couple of weeks because of various scandals, the video being one of them, but also, of course, the tax scandal and the federal income tax that he didn't pay. So she was able to lean back and have Trump take over, and I don't think he did a very convincing job.
And what about here in Germany, Charlotte? A wide-ranging debate touching on many issues. What is your assessment of the reaction here in Germany?
I think the reaction was overwhelmingly negative. Downright dirty and disgusting was one term that was used by the German media. Some said it's another low in democratic debates. I think especially Trump, he has been portrayed as very despicable for showing up with those women before the actual debate at a press conference, those women that Bill Clinton allegedly had sexual affairs with. So that has been reviewed very negatively here. From the political side, we haven't heard much because there is an unwritten rule that politicians here in Germany don't comment on ongoing campaigns. But I am pretty sure that you can hear between the lines that German politicians would much rather have a Hillary Clinton in the White House than a Donald Trump.
Now, Boris, Donald Trump came out swinging on foreign policy, which is considered Hillary Clinton's strongest suit. What did you make of his comments, say, on Russian policies towards Iran as well as Syria?
Well, he was trying to make a point that he's been making all along over the last couple of months, really, which was trying to say, well, Clinton has been in the White House for a long time. She should have delivered earlier on. She's been working for 30 years in politics. Why hasn't she done anything? And I think this is where she had her strongest comeback. And when she said, well, actually, what I've been doing is this, this, and that. So she's been enumerating all the policies that she's been engaged with, the legislation that had her name on it. And actually, I think she did have a very great response to this kind of attack of Trump, which was left quite unsubstantiated.
And here, Charlotte, what do you think people will make of Donald Trump's comments on foreign policy? Will they be worried?
Yeah, I think Europe should be worried about the outcome of this election. Some statements in this debate showed once again that he's just lacking foreign policy experience and that he's outward lying about some things that he said. So many here see Donald Trump as reckless, impulsive, and just unfit in terms of foreign policy. And of course, the next US president that plays a huge role in terms of international relations, in terms of trade deals. And yeah, Donald Trump just hasn't been coming off as a reliable partner in comparison to Hillary Clinton, of course, the former Secretary of State, who many German politicians have had relations with in the past.
And Boris, there was a personal element to the attacks that Donald Trump made against Hillary Clinton. Crucial in this election are the undecided voters. Do you think after the second presidential debate he would have had an impact on undecided voters?
I think that's precisely the point. What he should have done was to try and extend his base and to try and reach out to new voters. The way that he attacked on a very personal level, as you said, and I totally agree, President or potential President Clinton did cater to his own base, but I don't think he did the job of extending it to his possible constituency. At the same time, we have to say, I'm not sure if that's true for Clinton either. She hasn't been referring to college education and student debt at all, hasn't been trying to mobilize the Sanders vote as much as she did in the first presidential debate. Maybe that's something to look forward to in the next debate.
And briefly, Charlotte, looking at the debate from the outside, who do you see as the winner?
I don't think there was any winner last night. I think the debate was basically without content and much more about their political animosities. So I don't think there was a clear winner coming out of last night.
Right. Charlotte Potts, our DW political correspondent, and Boris Foreman, a political scientist. Thank you both very much for that analysis. Turning now to other news. German police have arrested a Syrian refugee suspected of plotting a bomb attack. 22-year-old Jaber al-Bakr was the subject of a nationwide manhunt after police discovered explosives in his home. Here's what we know so far. Al-Bakr